What is going on, everybody? Wait, are we live yet? There we go. We're live. We're live. Give me a second. I gotta pull up the YouTube chat. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Alright, what is going on, everybody? I'd like to welcome you guys back to Red's World. So today I'm getting into Marvel Rivals. I won't lie, I have opened the game before, and I've played Overwatch, but like, I have not played Marvel Rivals, and honestly, I might have to switch gears. I did fully plan on playing that, but now, for some reason, they're saying there's an outage. Games and gaming, huh? We may have to hop on something else, chat. Just for the time being, anyway. Let's see, let me try to load it up one more time. Okay, so, seems like we're not going to be playing that immediately. That really throws an obstacle in the path, but it's alright, we'll get into something else. Matter of fact, you know what, let's do a reaction. It's been a minute. I feel like that was deafening loud. Okay, let's see. What would be a good reaction? I'm trying to think, chat. Let me know. What do you guys think I should react to? What should I react to? Let's see what's going on in the world. Let's see what's, like, trending. AI and more? Why would I wanna watch that? Jinx's dad's kinda buff, ain't he? What should we watch, chat? I was gonna play Marvel Rivals, but it seems there's an outage right now. Not a good first impression, but that's alright. I'd like to probably do something funny. Oh, you know what? Let's do an explore with us. Honestly, these videos are really good. Well, depends on what you see as good. As you can see, I've literally watched all of them. Oh man, that's crazy. 45 minutes is a bit long though. Plus, I like to pause, you know what I'm saying? So, drunk woman realized she killed. Okay, this one caught my interest.
It was as good as an ambush. She charged me, she came into
Let me know if it's too loud, chat.
You're crazy.
She fought ruthlessly.
Y'all can hear me, right?
We know who's hiding something.
It seems she called several men, you know?
I said, what do you want to do, get killed?
When a mother of two vanishes without a trace, investigators uncover a tangled web of online dating, jealousy, and deception. As the details of her disappearance
Y'all can hear everything, right? Everything's good?
A confession changes everything.
And how do you know she was with other men?
She would show me.
The following
Hold on, chat. I gotta make sure we're live on everything. I just gotta check, chat. Every time I don't check, man, I end up regretting it. This will take a couple seconds. Is the video too loud?
Police records released
like, or is
today,
it
and the
quiet?
footage has never been seen before until now. On Saturday, February 18th, 2023, Todd Howery heads to the Indian Harbor Beach Police Department in Florida to file a missing persons report for his ex-wife.
We were going to, if she didn't show up until
the video. Okay. See, that's the crazy thing, because, like, I'm looking at the audio, and it's acting like the video is super quiet. So I'm glad that you're in here. Alright, let me know if this is any better.
Monday afternoon.
What about now? What about now? Am I still...
Okay, so her name is Nancy Howery.
Todd and 44-year-old Nancy divorced in 2019.
What about now? What
4
about
years
now?
earlier,
Yeah, that's good. All right,
and share custody of their 2 children, a 12-year-old daughter and...
All right, let me go back. I missed some stuff.
We were going to, if she didn't show up until Monday afternoon, we were going to file the missing persons then.
Okay.
Okay, so her name is Nancy Howry.
Todd and 44-year-old Nancy divorced in 2019, 4 years earlier, and share custody of their 2 children, a 12-year-old daughter and 9-year-old son.
I feel like there's a
Their
massive
children had last
age gap there. He looks like he's like 60. That sometimes white dudes are like that though, bro. Sometimes these old white dudes just look like raisins, bro. I don't know if it's because they don't moisturize or what.
Their mother on Monday and received texts from her on the morning of Tuesday, February 14th, 4 days earlier.
This last Wednesday, she failed to pick up the children from school. Now, she has done that in the past.
Really?
Let's say in the last 2 years, she may have done that six-ish.
Good Lord, she's
On
a terrible
Wednesday, when the
mother.
school attempted to reach out to her, Nancy's phone went straight
Is she a
to voicemail.
hoarder? Good
Neither
Lord.
of the children could get in contact with her, and Todd said the message he sent was
Her
never
house
read.
is disgusting.
Then the next day, Nancy once again failed to pick up the children.
2 days in a row is out of the norm. This has never happened, that she's disappeared like.
Okay, so she didn't pick up the kids and no one attempted to reach out to her? Y'all just picked the kids up and was like, well, she'll pick them up tomorrow. Like, y'all wasn't like, hey, we can't get a hold of her, I'll pick the kids up. Like, you still... Am I tripping or is that stupid? I feel like that's really stupid.
Okay.
Todd and his children then drove by Nancy's house and the storage unit she works out of, but there was no sign of her vehicle at either location. They reached out to Nancy's mother, and it's soon determined that the last day anyone saw or heard from Nancy was Wednesday, February 15th. To add to the concern, Todd shares that Nancy has a turbulent past.
What do you mean?
There's been a number of welfare checks. She has a history of alcohol abuse, a pretty pronounced history with both Satellite Beach when she lived there and with Indian Harbor Beach.
Court records show that in 2019, Nancy had been charged with battery domestic violence, though the prosecution decided not to proceed. In 2022, she was charged and found guilty of driving under the influence and resisting arrest.
Okay, so hold on. We have divorce. That's weird. It just says misdemeanor. Okay, I see. Battery, domestic violence, driving under the influence, other crimes against person, reopened. Traffic infraction. And then... Yeah, she's just always in court.
Without
that
violence.
Sucks for her.
According to police documents, Nancy is currently on probation.
She drinks like a fish. Okay, and when it's
drinks like a fish. That don't even make
Todd
sense.
And Nancy's daughter, who had insisted they report her missing, soon joins him in the interview room.
She's done things like this in the past, but not all just out of the blue or for no reason. I mean, she did lose in court. She didn't lose. She owed me quite a bit of money.
As part of their divorce, which they're still attempting to settle, Todd says Nancy owes him approximately $60,000.
That's kind of
She's
crazy.
very upset about that. Okay.
Hold on, let me read that document a little bit.
Which they're still attempting.
I'm just skimming real quick. I'm trying to see where it talks about the money. Okay, here it is. He explained he does not get along well since their divorce. Would speak to her over text mainly. I'm reading the third paragraph on the right, chat. Currently going through civil court, and she recently lost all proceeds from their house that they owed approximately $60,000. How is that her fault? I'm confused. Unless they're saying, like, they still had to pay off the house and they agreed, so she has to pay half or so. I don't know.
Says Nancy owes him approximately $60,000.
She was very upset about that. Okay, gathered from my children.
That's a lot of money, bro.
Well, was this recent?
Oh, yeah.
This isn't all that Nancy is currently dealing with. She'd also just been informed that her lease would not be renewed, and she would need to find a new place to live at the end of the month. As well, she is in a legal dispute with Bank of America.
For a judgment or something?
Has a lot of secrets. She keeps secrets. Okay?
Todd is assured that they're treating it as a missing persons case. They check local hospitals and neighboring counties' police databases for any sign of Nancy, but there's nothing. Attempting to uncover some of Nancy's apparent secrets.
Look at this place, bro. Listen. This room doesn't look that bad because there's a lot of boxes. There's not like gunk on the floor or old food or anything like that, really. But like, bruh, if you're living like this, like if your place is a mess like this, you got to get your mental health in order, bro. Just take a couple days, clean it up. Yeah, it's going to get dirty again, for sure. But like, look at where the computer is, right? It's literally got just enough space to move the mouse. That's it. That's the only room in the room. Like, you gotta do better, bro. Because, believe it or not, this kind of stuff can mess with your mental health so much.
Reach out to her mother.
I know that the whole thing, the trigger on this whole thing was that she lost in court. And that just blew her mind. And when she lost the case, she went to the depths of her heart in the horror and the desperation and everything. If you want to see what she was like before she started this, go on YouTube and look up Nancy Howery and see the mother she was, the wife that she was.
I'm not going to lie, I would look it up, but I assume they're going to show me.
Before he destroyed her.
Nancy's YouTube channel, which was most active between 2015 and 2016, 7 years before her disappearance, features videos of her family and children, along with cleaning tips,
I'm not gonna lie,
and book reviews.
Anyone going in a thumbnail is probably a psychopath. I'm sorry. You have the mental fortitude of a 5-year-old to be going.
Olá, aqui é a Nancy. Hoje eu estou aqui para responder tag.
While she's certain the divorce proceedings were a catalyst, Nancy's mother also had a few other theories about what may have happened to her daughter.
It seems she called several men, you know. I mean, everyone's focusing on the fact that she drinks and there were men involved.
I understand.
You know Matthew, right? Matthew, the first guy she met when we went to Florida. They were together for 2 years. And he, you know, when she tried to break off with him, he broke into the house. He had heard her one time. He almost choked her one.
Good Lord, she must have that gorilla glue. Why are people acting like that? Like, all due respect, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I don't decide what's final, but I'm not attracted to her. She's not attractive to me. And, you know, RIP, respects. But, like, what could she possibly be offering? It doesn't even matter. She could be the perfect woman. I'm not wilding out like that for nothing. Like, but what I don't know.
Time, but he always kept coming around. There are police records of Nancy, Kenny, and Matthew. I don't know his last name, but he could have revenge on his mind. I don't know, or he's going to make a deal with
When was the last time they were supposed to meet, Matthew and her?
that date. I don't know. One girl told me that she just went crazy and she got drunk and she said, I've got 5 meetings today. I'm going on my 3rd one right now. One of them was Daniel. One of them was Matthew.
When we say meetings, are we talking about like MEAT? Like meeting? Are we talking about MEET? Because, like, those are two very different.
And then the other ones were some friggers off of Timber or whatever that station's called. Timber or Tinter, I don't know.
Station?
Tinder? Okay.
And she just went crazy. And I think it was like Valentine's Day, and she was going, you know, that's the day you look for love. And she was looking for someone.
Okay, so now whoever, I think it's her mom, is talking, is explaining that she was on Tinder trying to find people. In mass quantity as well.
of her desperation because of what Todd did to her.
Nancy's dating habits had actually come up when Todd and his daughter first.
Also, people gotta stop doing this, man. I don't want to keep pausing so much. Like, we gotta get through the first segment. But what she's doing now has nothing to do with Todd. People have to understand causation and correlation. If Todd traumatized her, let's say he was the worst person ever, I'm sure to some degree it was hard for her to continue life. Hey, what's up, Lorraine? How you doing? I'm sure it was hard for her to move on and get into the right mental space and so on and so forth. It seems like she may never have. But her opting not to do that is not Todd's fault. If you are divorced from Todd, there's literally no reason why Todd is still impacting your everyday life. I understand that's not how trauma works. Maybe you get scared when someone knocks at the door or something. But you don't live in a mess, you don't become an alcoholic, and you don't become just a completely destroyed person. You're taking steps to move forward, not to be stuck. Todd is not to blame for her actions. Even if he was a horrible person, she is still accountable.
Reported her missing.
My daughter was just telling me right now that she's on a number of dating apps. She met some guy on Tinder. She sees a lot of men.
The person who's dating right now, because she dates a lot of guys.
Okay.
That's crazy.
And then she is in contact with this guy named Daniel.
Okay.
I think he's in the military.
Oh, do you know how old is he? Is he like an older individual?
I want to say he's 40, 50, and he has weird hair.
She was just looking for comfort that day. It wasn't because of she was looking to get drunk or to celebrate or she was sex crazy or something like that.
Ma'am, if she met 5 different dudes, I hate to tell you, but that's beyond comfort. She's impulsive, and she is absolutely out of control of herself. So whatever happens, happens. She just wants to feel good.
She was trying to find...
And feeling good, sexual things can feel good. So that is part of what she was looking for.
Someone to console her, and she was trying to find it in these men.
With a few lanes of inquiry, officers from the Palm Bay Police Department tracked down one of the men Nancy had met on Tinder, 32-year-old Daniel Stearns. They arrive outside his house the
that
day
dude looks
after
like
Todd
a psychopath.
Nancy missing.
Also, he
Before
is
they
not
approach the
40-50.
house, the officer has a concerning update about the investigation.
So her car was located in the group, and I remember that call coming out earlier today. Yeah. And her phone was pinging last night at our gun range.
Earlier that day, Nancy's vehicle was found abandoned and parked partially on the side of the road near a wooded area in Palm Bay. Inside the vehicle, they found her credit card and Florida identification on the driver's seat. As well, the last known location of her phone pinged in the area of the Port Malabar Rifle and Pistol Club. As Daniel lives with his parents, his mother answers the door.
Is there a female that...
Bro, she's on dating apps, dating dudes that live with their parents. Like, what are we doing? These are telltale. Look, I don't want to say that if someone's having a hard time, or maybe they live with their parents to, help them out or something. Maybe they got medical conditions or something. But this dude is probably just a loser, man. What are you doing? But she didn't care about that. She just wanted to feel good. She needed her impulses filled. Be careful, people. These dudes out here are lunatics, man. Same with these chicks. I'm not gonna lie. People are just crazy.
in here? Her name is Nancy?
No.
Okay.
But please, when you talk to my son,
Yeah.
it's easy. He's a army, but he have a PTSD.
That's
problem.
fine.
me
He's
too.
not in any trouble.
Me
Yeah.
too. I have both of those.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's not in any trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. Just have to ask him if he knows where Nancy's at. That's it.
Why are you... He's very abusive. I'm assuming, anyway. Melt. What does that mean, Shoobs? I'm confused. But he has to be very abusive. She's like, please be nice when you talk to him. Like, I understand maternal instincts, but that's concerning. Look at her eyes. She's terrified of what's about to happen.
According to police reports, Daniel served 2 tours, with at least one being in Afghanistan.
Hey Daniel, how you doing?
Hi.
How are you?
I have a question. Are you familiar with Nancy?
I've fallen out. You haven't spoken with?
When was the last time you spoke to her?
I couldn't say.
Okay. Was it like, has it been days, months?
Weeks.
It's been weeks? Okay. Do you know where she might be at?
Oh, no.
You have no idea?
Typical hangout she likes? Does she like any particular bar, restaurants?
She had a friend down
He's nervous as can be.
St. John's Parkway.
Do you have her phone number?
No.
Okay, so you guys are not like that. You guys don't talk on the phone or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
One of Nancy's friends also spoke with an investigator
I don't know.
and a translator, and was far more forthcoming
What?
about
I
Daniel
just
and
said
Nancy's
yo.
relationship.
Dude, it says you said melt. Oh, for some reason it... Hold on. For some reason it translated it into Spanish or something. Why? That's weird. It's interesting, but alright. I see the translator symbol now. And then I got age restricted on TikTok. Is this Ohio? I have no idea. Where are we at? I could probably tell you. 9:35 chat, remember that. Let's see where we're at.
It was as good as she would show me.
The following is based on official police records released to date, and the footage has never
I'm
been
sure
seen
it tells
before
us.
until now. On Saturday, February 18th, 2023, Todd Howery heads to the Indian Harbor Beach Police Department in Florida to file a missing
Indian Harbor Beach, Florida. Just watching the videos and saying yo. Yeah, I don't know why it translated it. It literally says melt with a translator symbol, and then when I hover over it, it says hi. Or yo, and then it has like yo with like a weird like symbol above the O.
Okay.
One of Nancy's friends also spoke with an investigator and a translator, and was far more forthcoming about Daniel
Okay,
and
you'll have
Nancy's
just tell me. I was gonna play some games, but for some reason there's an outage right now. So we could watch that next if you want.
Ya hace años que se conocen, están juntos, pero nunca como novio serio. Eran amigos con derecho, como se dice, ¿no? Y entonces ella siempre me estaba hablando de él y tal, que él tenía problemas como porque él era militar y siempre estaba preocupado con eso. No
So in other words, this dude went to the military and just became an aggressive person, and everyone gave him an excuse.
Always fighting.
I did put an accent over it.
Arguments.
Yeah, I think it translated it because of
Or
that.
did you guys meet up somewhere?
When we spoke weeks ago, I mean, it's just like, no, it was, yeah. We fell off after that.
Was that over the phone? Was it in person?
Over the phone.
Over the phone.
But you since deleted her number?
Deleted the number and
Yeah.
even blocked her.
That's all I got. All right, thank you.
If you hear from her or if she shows up, would you let us know? Because obviously Indian Harbor Beach is looking, so.
Okay, so, yeah, I'm probably guessing a lot of people have contacted her if she's missing.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
okay.
If I hear from her.
If she shows up or you hear anything, just let us know, man.
All right.
Thank you.
As the officers leave, they make note of something inside Daniel's truck.
Uh-oh. You're shocked for what?
Yeah.
Airsoft or is it real? Looks like SIG.
Something tells me that he's hiding something.
As it would turn out, the
Yeah,
officer
his
was
personality.
right, and no secret stays buried forever. It won't be long before they discover exactly what Daniel is hiding.
He started pointing that way to where her car was found on the group.
Oh.
But then he said the Heritage Parkway. You notice that? He said her car, or might want to secure that before you lock up tonight.
What are we talking about?
In your truck.
Don't grab it right now. But as we pass by the vehicle, we glance in vehicles when we walk by, and when we see a pistol on the dash. Bro, I just don't want somebody busting the glass and taking it and getting a kid taking it
at night. So
please show us the courtesy of letting us get out of here before you snatch it up.
Okay.
But yeah, that worries me for burglaries. I was going to come back up, and I'm glad you came out.
Yeah, I probably would have seen within a half hour, so.
Yep. All right.
Military man who never had to be. Yeah, you're right. Hey, and shout out to my military people who actually went and served and hold themselves accountable and take their health serious. But too many times in life, literally anything that anyone experiences or does just becomes an excuse for them to become the absolute worst type of person.
However, investigators already know Daniel was more involved with Nancy than he's willing to tell them. On March 6th, 2 agents from the Brevard County Sheriff's Office, who have now taken over the case, once again try to speak with him. This time, his mother warns them about their effect on Daniel.
I just let you know, he got like kind of nervous, like upset what happened.
Does he know what happened?
No.
Nancy's friend shared that Daniel had a similar reaction when she reached out to him about Nancy's disappearance.
He just was freaking out, the guy, Daniel, on the phone.
I know you said you had a falling out. What made you guys fall out? What was that about?
Yeah, just we're not clicking. Not following boundaries, rules, relationship rules like that. So I'm just like, I don't want to continue. It's not good for me.
So she wasn't following rules, or both of you, or just her?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want someone who goes and sees other men.
Yeah.
While this is the first really truthful answer Daniel has given, he still denies having seen or spoken to Nancy for about a week.
You didn't want her to see other men, but you met her on Tinder.
Nancy's friends have contradicted him.
So she thinks that Wednesday morning, Nancy and Daniel were communicating, and they were trying to set up where they were going to meet and get together that day, and then Daniel ended up sending.
Like, what are we doing, bro? If she's on Tinder, she's seeing other guys.
Daniel.
With it growing more and more obvious.
With respect, though, why would you go, for instance, if you're on Tinder, you're not going to meet one person and be like, I found the one. You're going to test the waters a little bit. If she's throwing herself at you and, during the meeting, the MEAT, then, yeah, you're going to be like, she's out here hooking up with everyone. But, if it's just you, you can't expect her not to try to date other people. It's kind of like the concept of, do you want a woman who doesn't cheat on you because you're the only option she has? Or do you want her to not to cheat on you because she doesn't want to cheat on you? Because she's loyal and can avoid, and, can resist temptation. If she's out here trying to hook up with other men, chances are she never had intentions to, remain loyal to you. But if she's out here just dating other people and trying to see, if she found the one, that's what dating apps are for. It's like going to a blind date, what's it called, where they do the speed dates, and then the first person that sits down with you, you're like, no, don't go anywhere else. Yeah, I'm offended if you get up and go talk to someone else. Buddy, the whole point is to see who I like the most. Not okay, I sat down and talked to you. We're locked in forever. What are we doing?
That Daniel's story simply isn't adding up. Brevard County game over agents begin to conduct surveillance, watching his every move. On March 8th, they follow him to a spot known as the Compound, an undeveloped area in Palm Bay containing miles of abandoned roads. Though they don't see what he does while there, the next day, on March 9th, the game over agents again followed him back to the Compound, where they watch him carry a shovel into the woods.
So, oh my God, this guy is an idiot. So the cops are watching him now because they think he's suspicious. He doesn't notice that they're following him. He's going to wherever this is with a shovel. Let's hear what he does. I can't imagine it's good.
Again, they can't see what he's doing, but heard digging. A few hours later, Daniel emerges from the woods, and the agents follow him to a canal. There, they see him carrying a bucket and decide to detain him. Daniel is then brought into the Brevard County Sheriff's Office for questioning. It's here that his dark secret will come to light.
Unfortunately, these are not the conditions for me to answer questions.
Okay. Despite this answer from Daniel, the detectives carry on and read him his Miranda rights.
You're a decorated veteran. I don't want any false information shown against you.
Then this will not be the time that I would answer questions.
What time would that be?
Evidence.
What do you mean, evidence?
This is supposed to be over a homicide, right?
Well, we're trying to figure that out, Daniel.
You're saying you have everything together?
We wouldn't be sitting right here if we didn't.
It was self-defense.
My God. This might be the dumbest interrogation I've ever seen. He went from, I'm not answering questions. This is a homicide, right? It was self-defense. Like, good Lord, not even 30 seconds and they got what they needed already. Wow. I thought he was going to be a lot more complicated than that. Thought he was going to be a tough cookie.
I was taking her to the compound to teach her how to shoot.
Uh-huh.
We got there.
And she pointed a gun at you and...
Of me showing her how.
Uh-huh, let's hear it.
She goes for my gun. She nearly gets a hold of it. She fails the first time and she goes absolutely berserk, not wanting to take a loss for an answer.
Mm-hmm.
Get into a grapple. She even spits on my hand. After multiple times, I couldn't take the chance again.
Before going any further, the detectives clarify that...
So let's just be clear. You guys went out to a shooting range. As a couple, or at least a date, you have a gun, which I had imagined you were going to shoot at the shooting range. And then she randomly attacked you and tried to take it, knowing that you have military background, even to the extent that her kids know you have military background. She's just like, I'm going to take this gun from this guy with military background, who's probably much larger than me and has experience with guns, and I'm going to try to take it from him and shoot him. Like, what? This dude is dumber than he looks, my God.
Daniel understands
he is.
his rights.
I agree,
He agrees to speak and tells them that he and Nancy had been seeing each other on and off for the past few years. But recently...
Is everyone on Tinder crazy?
I was never really her boyfriend.
What were you considered?
Friend with benefits, with feelings that aren't exactly friends with benefits. That's
what does that mean?
Say.
For about 2 weeks before Nancy's disappearance, Daniel hadn't responded to any of her messages. Then, around Valentine's Day, they began speaking again and decided to meet up on the 15th.
I wanted to try to meet her to have this talk that I told you I wanted to talk to her about.
Is that the one about Tinder?
Yes, and other toxic traits.
So you wanted to control her, I assume?
What toxic traits were those?
She was talking to other people.
Told her about, the compound, teaching her how to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
She was asking me repeatedly take her out to shoot.
While this may have been true, Nancy's mother told investigators that she'd never mentioned wanting to learn how to shoot a firearm or was planning on ever possessing one. Regardless, Daniel says he and Nancy made a plan to meet. They met where Nancy's vehicle was later found. She had left it there, got into his truck, and he drove them.
Okay, so you're acknowledging that you shot her then, because it was self-defense. What'd you do with her body? Did you call the police? Did you call paramedics? Why did he say she spit on his hand? I have no idea. They're in the middle of wrestling, and she's like, And he's like, I'm gonna shoot you now. Like, what is happening? This is the worst story I've ever heard. Not only that, but then, like I said, you completely skipped over what happened after you shot her. I'm assuming you killed her. Well, what happened?
Into the compound.
So at that point, did you guys start discussing the issues?
Yeah, we did a little bit, yeah.
And what did you guys discuss? Like, what was said?
The same things. Her seeing other men, abusive behaviors.
Okay.
And then it cooled down to a bit. And then that's when I started to teach her.
Okay. So you guys had your argument before you started the actual teaching, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's go out. Let's go out with this toxic, quote-unquote, abusive chick, take her to the middle of nowhere, bring firearms, have arguments, and then decide it's time to teach her. Then you get into a debacle, allegedly, kill her, and then weeks later, not only are you lying to the police, you never called paramedics, you never reported it to the cops, but then you're going out to where she was with the shovel weeks later being followed by the cops? Or, like, you have to be a different breed of stupid. If he would have never went out to her, they probably would have never figured out where she was at. Like, genuinely.
And how do you know she was with other men?
She would show me.
And how would she show you?
Sexually explicit text messages and pictures.
Okay. And what would it be of?
Sexual dialogue, nude photos, showing another man in the same bed.
Todd shared with investigators
and
that
then you
this
got upset
behavior
and killed
wasn't
her.
out of the ordinary for Nancy.
She sends me pictures of her giving me a finger or whatever guy she's at the time, okay?
Even Nancy's mother knew about her actions.
It's always when he gets possessive, and then she would send him a picture, the idiot, to make him mad and say, if you don't want to see me, I'll find a new boyfriend. And she sends a picture of the guy. I said,
yeah, that's not normal behavior,
Why would she do
Nancy's
that?
mom.
It's really left to my imagination. I would only think because she wanted to taunt me. It feels like narcissistic behavior.
Okay.
Oh, but shooting her, not saying anything, going to... okay, never mind.
So it wasn't something like you were into where you wanted to receive those pictures. She just did it to make you angry?
Yeah.
Daniel says she'd done this multiple times since he met her, and this was one of the reasons he stopped talking to her.
So in that 2-week period
also,
that you left on red,
what is he wearing? Did they put him in this outfit? Because, like, why are you wearing, like, quarantine footy onesie? Assuming they didn't put him in this, why are you wearing this out to your shooting range with a shovel? I mean, I think the answer is pretty clear, but, I mean, good God, give him at least a little wiggle room for you.
how many pictures or messages did she send to you that were the explicit ones?
I can't count.
More than one?
There was many. That's all I can say, really.
If you could give an approximate, how many? Just so I have a better understanding.
I'd say between 10 to 16.
She thinks that Nancy liked him, but she didn't want a serious relationship with him. Daniel, on the other hand, was trying to be more controlling and wanted more of a relationship.
Yeah, so he finally got a girl to respond, and then wanted to control her and make her his wife/slave, whichever you want to call it. And then she didn't want to do that. She was just wilding out, having fun, because that's all she knew how to do. He got upset and was like, let's go learn how to shoot. Also, women, please, stop going to learn how to shoot with strangers, bro. If you go on a date and a guy's like, I have my concealed carry, and he's like showing you his gun on the first date or something, stop talking to him immediately. Bro is too infatuated with his firearm. I don't see anything wrong with having a firearm. It's, in fact, one of your first rights that the country enabled you with. But it's there for protection. It's not a toy. It's not something you should be showing off. It's not something you should be showing your date. If you happen to get intimate with them and you see it and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, let me put that, somewhere safe. That's fine. But if he's like, yo, check this out, and I got the extended mag on it, like, what are you doing? The guy is a loser. You're stupid because you think that movies are cool and this guy's cool. No, he's a loser and he's probably going to end up hitting you with it or shooting you. Or I've literally seen so many women in my life get abused by a guy who was infatuated with guns. It's not a good character trait. Stop thinking that stuff is cool. Same thing with the alcoholics and all of this stuff. Stop thinking that stuff is cool. Stop thinking it's cool for your guy not to feel emotions. All of these situations stem from these types of behavior patterns. Literally. I'm not saying she did this to herself, but I am saying if she was paying attention to this guy, she most likely would not have been in this predicament.
With this background finally established, investigators attempt to understand Daniel's claims about what happened at the compound, and he paints an unsettling picture.
I know you explained that you guys went out there to train and stuff. What led to her acting the way she did? What happened?
Yeah, why did she attack you and spit on your hand?
What do you mean by that?
This dude thinks he's stoic. It was as good as an ambush. So she ambushed you, buddy. You've served you've served twice in real military installments. And this, I'm about to lose my mind.
She was close. She was next to me.
Okay.
I was showing her form. I was talking to her through fundamentals.
Mm-hmm.
And it was right there. It was as good as an ambush.
Okay, when you're saying good as an ambush, was it more than one person?
Explosive. She made an explosive movement to try.
She made an explosive movement. Buddy, I'm pretty sure you could have taken this lady with one hand. Like, that's such a loser, bro.
I retreat to take my gun from me. She fought ruthlessly to take it from me. She was unresponsive to the words stop.
So as you guys were fighting, was she saying anything?
Now look, I don't have any issues with believing she may have been drunk and trying to, like, play around and, like, let me see it, let me hold it or something. But as far as, like, if we're sitting here and he's like, all right, you want to hold your wrist, make sure you have trigger discipline, keep your finger out, blah, blah, blah. Why would she immediately just be like, give it here, I'm going to shoot you? Like, that's not how that works. That's not how, like, what are you talking about, bro?
She said she hated me.
She said she hated
her
you.
to hate you?
I feel like it was denying her power over me.
Mm-hmm.
She took deflections as an insult.
That sounds like projection, my boy.
She would continue to insult me unprovoked.
Though Daniel has made clear attempts to portray himself in a very specific light, investigators uncovered a conversation between him and Nancy from September 3rd, 2022, over a year earlier. It appears that Daniel was seeing another woman at this point, and he texted Nancy, "You with her, I'm going to make you suffer. You will suffer."
Alrighty. As I said, bro texts her, if you mess with her, I'm going to make you suffer. You will suffer. And then you go out and you go learn how to shoot a gun with him afterwards. You go out to the range with him. Why would you ever talk to this guy again? It's not... I would even understand if, like, you had been married to someone for 20 years and then they had a slip of the tongue and you're like, he's just wigging out. But even that, I'm good. You tell me I'm going to suffer, I'm not hanging out with you. Especially not for something like that, where there's a gun involved. But if I don't even know you, we met on Tinder a couple times, oh my god, you're as good as blocked. Not only are you as good as blocked, I'm keeping those messages, potentially reporting you to the police, Like, what are we doing? It's like, oh, he's just playing around. Let's go learn how to shoot guns with him. What are you doing? Stop being stupid.
She charged me, she came into a grapple. She nearly took it from me. She even spits in my hand. There just wasn't any sign of quit, even with an upper hand.
Here's the thing that sucks too. I don't know what they're going to end up charging him with, but let's envision for a second that there was signs of a struggle. Maybe he goes to point the gun at her, she starts fighting. Let's just hear my hypothesis, my theory. Maybe he sits here and he creates just good enough of a story that matches the evidence where he could get away with a self-defense case. That's so disgusting and disturbing if it's not true. You can get away with self-defense when it's not self-defense. It's possible. So what I'm essentially getting at is this guy can literally pretend like he had all the right to defend himself from her, and she didn't even do anything. But painting her in the light that she was the one attacking, so on and so forth. So, like, that's... yeah, excuse me. That's disturbing.
What is the spit in the hand? Why do we keep referring to that? What's that?
Slip.
Okay. So was your gun slipping?
It was.
Okay, so she's smart enough to start spitting on you while you're wrestling, which, for one, you absolutely would have manhandled her. Let's just be clear. She's probably doesn't have a background in jiu-jitsu or wrestling or anything like that. So you're wrestling with this lady who's never been in the military, not in nowhere near as good a shape as you. She's wrestling for your firearm, and she's got the wherewithal to go, he's gonna lose his gun if I spit on it enough. Get out of here, bro. Like, oh my god. Losers like this, like, at least admit it, bro. If you at least admit it and say, I couldn't control my emotions, I'm a loser, I can have empathy. But you're just straight up lying.
Nancy even attempted to bite him.
So what happened from there?
She advanced to the end, and then I shot her.
Where did you shoot her?
It was in the head.
How many times was that?
Once.
So you aimed a gun at her and shot her in the head. You didn't shoot her in the leg. You didn't run away from her and just leave her there. You made zero conscious effort.
Even tried to use Aikido.
So you're trained in Aikido?
No, some yet.
Okay. Are you trained in any?
I tried to use Aikido that I'm trained in for years with the military, but she was just such an unstoppable force, this drunk 50-year-old woman. Like, bruh.
Anything else or just that?
I know throw moves.
Since Daniel has already admitted to shooting Nancy, investigators are eager to understand what he did with her remains.
Did you call 911?
I didn't trust the law with that situation.
And why is that?
I've seen the horrors of civil forfeiture. I've seen police officers planting drugs on traffic stops.
Here's the beautiful thing. She actually owes $60,000 to a man in civil court because of a divorce. So she's actually one of the anomalies who actually the law screwed. So that's even worse for your argument.
What went on from there? What happened from there?
I carry her body into the nearby woods.
Daniel claims he left her body exposed in the woods before returning a few days later.
Was she in full body form, or did you do anything to the body from there?
Decayed.
Okay.
Vultures came.
5 days after Nancy died, Daniel's internet history showed that he searched for, "What does it mean when I see a vulture?" The rest of his search history would reveal another twisted layer to the case.
Was she buried out there, or did you just leave her in the wooded area?
I did bury her after some days, and then I unearthed her to burn her.
Using lighter fluid, Daniel burned Nancy's remains, including her phone and keys. Crime scene investigators discovered an area of loose dirt and what appeared to be burned human bone fragments, a human tooth, and a charred portion of what appeared to be human skin. Just before they arrested him, the game over agents had watched Daniel carry a bucket to the bank of a canal.
I was cleaning the buckets that held her ashes and bones.
According to police records, the agents noticed what appeared to be drag marks on the canal bank leading into the water. A human remains detection dog alerted to the presence of human decomposition near the bed of Daniel's truck and in the water across the canal bank. Though Daniel has yet to answer the lingering question of why Nancy would try to take his gun, he ventures some speculation.
The more I think about it, it's like she wanted me to, or not wanting to end up here.
Mm-hmm. It's clear investigators feel something is missing from Daniel's story, and so they begin to challenge it.
So you, a 205-pound guy,
Thank you,
with a mother of two, not fully fit, 150 pounds as you said, you felt threatened enough that you had to take the gun.
Thank you.
It was too close. It was too dangerous for me.
You've gone through military training on how to keep your weapon.
She initiated when I was vulnerable.
You know that's not what happened. There's not a mother of two, not physically fit lady that caught you off guard when you have military training on know how to keep your firearm.
Thank you.
Because you know that
W detective, bro.
Tours?
Yeah.
But I feel like it wasn't a self-defense like you're saying. There's something you're holding back, and I understand that.
At 3:30 a.m. on the day Nancy died, Daniel's search history showed that he looked up uncensored videos, murders, executions, terrible accidents, dude stabbed his ex-girlfriend at the mall, and woman died.
So this was
stab
premeditated.
wounds. In the days
Crazy,
that followed
man.
Nancy's shooting, Daniel looked up Compound, Florida crime. If I lose a lot of blood, how long before I can't put it back into my body? Missing persons, Palm Bay, and buckshot wounds on humans.
I understand that she has made you mad. Tinder messages, you receiving these nude pics from her and other guys made you mad.
I refuse to answer questions at this time.
So you no longer want to speak anymore?
You're trying to put words in my mouth.
That's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure this out.
Well, I'm done.
Okay.
Daniel is done talking and is soon arrested.
He is short.
Following Daniel's
I thought he
confession,
was tall.
Nancy's loved ones were informed about her death.
We've spoken with an individual who's believed to actually...
Bro's got short man syndrome.
We have located items that we believe is going to be Nancy, but as of right now, we haven't been able to make a positive identification.
What do you mean her?
So it appears as if the person we found is deceased, and at this point we believe it's going to be Nancy.
Thank you.
I have a feeling this is not going to be good news.
We have spoke with somebody who has led us to, we believe, who's going to be Nancy at this time.
Give me a second to process this.
I understand, sir. I understand.
I was hoping and praying for something, for a better outcome, and I didn't expect this. Right now, it's an actual homicide? Really?
That's what it appears as, yes, sir.
Investigators found scattered remains in a wooded area of the compound. They recovered part of a human skull with what appeared to be a gunshot wound. Along with evidence of a gunshot, there were fractures consistent with blunt impact. A finger with a pink fingernail was located and taken for prints, which positively identified the remains as Nancy Howery. Following his arrest,
Crazy,
Daniel
man.
spoke to a friend over a recorded video call and, seeming to forget why he's behind bars, made an unsettling comment discussing his military training.
Yeah, being in the infantry, yeah, we got trained to kill. I mean, that's just that, man.
Daniel Stearns was found guilty of second-degree murder, reclassified with a firearm, abuse of a dead body, and altering or destroying evidence. For the first count, he was sentenced to life in prison, and for sentences 2 and 3, he was sentenced to 22 years each.
Okay, so he got the sentence he deserved, but hold on. I need to see something. What's the difference between first degree and second degree? Premonition planning, first degree is premeditated and deliberate. Second degree is intent without planning. Yeah, how are you not charged with first degree? His internet searches enough are premeditation. Literally. Okay. Alright. What was the one that,